Yes, sir. My good people, my good family, big family, I greet you all. Welcome back to my channel. This is Kamanja_Kenya. And actually, if you are coming across this channel for the first time, consider subscribing, like, share, leave a comment in that section. Tell a friend to tell another friend. And God is going to bless you. Guys, welcome. I'm welcoming you all, my family. From all the four corners of the world, east to the west, north to the south to the central. Welcome back and feel at home. Feel at home. Guys, before I always go on, I should comment something on your support. Your support, okay, I am nothing completely without your support. And your support is what puts me here where I am today. Keeps me talking, keeps me moving. Your support is very much remarkable and it is worthy being appreciated. So I appreciate you, my big family, for being with me all this time. Welcome. Welcome. Just take your space, sit, relax, and actually enjoy this beautiful and very, very amazing today's vlog. First and foremost, we are happy. Joy with a lot of love everywhere. As we welcome our new parents at home, our new parents to the big family. That is, I am Marwa. Congratulations are in order for becoming a dad. Your wife, Rocio, congratulations are also in order for becoming a mother. And for the newborn baby, boy, Maisha, welcome to this beautiful world. Baby Maisha, welcome to this beautiful world. Again, guys, you see, the kid was born yesterday on 11th. But actually, we are proving, guys are proving to be actually lacking senses. Guys are proving to be very inhumane. Guys are proving to be very okay. Let me call them fools, eh? I don't know if they lack content or they only see Ayamaru as content. I really don't know anything that from Ayamaru is a source of content. Actually, I want to condemn, and I'm greatly condemning guys who are making stories about the newborn baby Maisha. Kindly stop. Stop. The kid is too young. 2 days old. You just want to make stories. Give that kid space and let that kid grow. Don't prove to the world that you have nothing, you are not creative. Don't prove to the world that you are only greedy for views. And you just want to remain relevant to your family or whoever is subscribing to the kind of content you're making. So guys, kindly stop. Let us welcome baby Maisha to the world with a lot of joy and happiness. We are very happy as a family, and I say once again, congratulations are in order. Okay, I'm not talking about that thing today. I'm not talking about maybe Maisha. I'm not talking about Yamara. I'm not talking about any bad person today. But I really want to deviate a bit and talk about something that I've been thinking about for a very long period of time. Something that has been ringing in my brains for a very long period. I've been watching guys around, within and without, and I've been actually wondering how they do things and why are they doing things. And I've come to find that these people, my brothers and my sisters back here at home, they are doing it for their own interests. They are not even doing it for the interests of other people in the community, but they are doing it for their own interests. And that thing is of great concern. And actually, it's a message I want to send out. And before I send that message out, it's good to tell you guys, be aware. Be aware. Yes, be aware. Be aware. Most of you guys with goodwill, you are dealing with scammers. It's now, okay, I've come to find the real term and the real meaning of this term, scam. And actually, from my own discoveries, guys, we are dealing in every corner, left, center, right. We are dealing with scammers. So, good subscribers, people with goodwill, be aware. Be aware. You are dealing with scammers. You are dealing with fraudsters. Why am I saying so? Why am I saying so? You see, as YouTubers upcoming and those who have been there in the field for long, we have our own targets on what we are supposed to attain through this platform. We have people with the best course. People are really who have stuck to their course and they want to achieve their goals as they are set. And those guys are very few. People who are very genuine in their course. Those guys are very few. And we can actually count them in this village. I don't want to mention today names. But actually, the actions of these guys are evident. Their actions, their causes, their narrative is crystal clear. True. But most of my guys in the village, because it is YouTube, and they saw something coming out of YouTube. And I know that most of them actually, their earnings, their YouTube earnings, to an extent, because they don't have that hard work, they don't work hard, they are not committed. Sometimes it's very meager, but they are still surviving. They are still surviving. I'm gonna tell you how these guys are surviving, how these guys are maintaining themselves in the platform, how these guys are becoming very relevant to the world. Yes. What I mean, guys, what I mean is DONATION and S. Donations. Donations. Need for donations and help. We are misusing that term in this village. We are using, okay, when I'm talking about this village, you see, we have guys who come to the village and belong to the village. And we have guys from the village who live in different parts, but they are talking about this village. And those are guys I'm meaning. Those are guys I want to tell them. And I want to bring them to the world in broad daylight so that they are seen. Donations. Donations, donations, donations. Guys they want to hit their niche. Let me say, I've discovered how guys are chasing clouds, how guys are cloud chasing so that they attain their goals. And actually, I'm going to give these facts and with a lot of evidence how these guys, and if you are a subscriber, you are somebody who has been sending them this kind of, I don't know, donations, you've been sending them some help every now and then. Actually, think twice. Go sit down and think what you've been sending. Does it reach the people they claim to be helping, or does it need does it meet the needs that you intended to be used for? You see, we have so many guys in the village who are YouTubers. Others are upcoming just like me. But we have different goals in our courses. But most of these guys I want to talk about, they are using very dubious means. They are using dubious means just to remain relevant and hit their niche. They want to hit their target through a shortcut. Guys, today let me talk about the cloud chasing YouTubers in nyabohanse and the ways they use to meet and hit their niche. Cloud chasing YouTubers in nyabohanse, and there are several ways they're using to hit their niche so that they remain relevant. Guys, you come in for the first time, remember this is your boy Kamanja_Kenya. Kindly consider subscribing, tell a friend to tell another friend, share, comment, and like my videos. Watch them from the start to the end, and God is going to bless you. And I always say, you guys, your support is everything I need. Your support is what is putting me where I am today. Now, guys, these guys in the village, will you allow me mention names? No, today I'm not going to play any receipt, so I'm not mentioning names. These guys in the village, I've said they are using dubious means. They are using dubious means to make sure that they have their daily bread on the table. And they are really gaining a lot of support. They are really gaining a lot of fanatics from either within and without. When I say without, I mean from the international level. This is how these guys are doing. I've called them the cloud chasers of nyabohanse. The cloud chasing YouTubers of nyabohanse. This is what they do. This is what they do behind the curtains. Yeah, you see, there are so many. You can identify. I'm also coming from nyabohanse. You can identify them. We know people. People have been talked about. But we may be talking about this without knowing. How do they manage to convince guys that this is possible and the things are done? This is what they do. My boys, my girls, my sisters and brothers in this village, number one, they are depicting the villagers in nyabohanse to be living in abject poverty. That is the picture they are creating to the world. That we are coming from nyabohanse, and nyabohanse is very poor. Most guys are very poor, and these families are living in abject poverty. They cannot even afford even a meal for a day. I mean, they are always living under $1 a day. And ask yourself, wherever you are listening this from, is it true? Even if you go to the whole world and even take the parameters of poverty in our country, Kenya, where we live, and look at the places that have been demarcated to be very poor, Nyabohanse is not part of it. Nyabohanse is not part of it. In fact, it is not even in the last page. Nyabohanse is not part of it. But what are we doing, guys? Every now and then, when I make things, I want to depict the whole village, that people are living in abject poverty. Yeah? And you see, any poor person, I don't want to deny that we don't have guys. Even if you go to America, you go to Jamaica, you go to UK, we have people who even living in the streets. But the percentage is very low. So I cannot deny that we don't have people who are needy. I don't call people poor. It's just they are less privileged. We have such a guys in the community, but not the whole village. As other guys are putting it, that you see we are very poor, somebody is not helping us. Who told you that we are very poor? Now the situation being created by these YouTubers in their platforms, this is why Nyabohanse is being talked about so much. We are very poor. One person is not coming to our help. Guys, I want to let this to be known to you, that we are not poor. We only have a percentage of guys living or who are less privileged in our community. And that is a norm. It's everywhere. It's common everywhere. And the situation these guys are creating about on these poverty levels, actually, it now convinces their sympathizers. It convinces those subscribers of theirs, their promoters, to pity the situation with people living in Nyabohanse. They pity the situations of those victims who have been depicted to be very poor, and they just come in to help. They are touched. I like their hearts. They get touched. Or when they see I've shot a video with a very poor mom, I don't know. I'm going to tell you the second point, how they become poor and how they become very vulnerable. You get touched. You pity that situation. And you ask your God, oh, how can I help this situation? And actually God touches you and you come to the help of that situation. Ask yourself, you've been helping. What is the going? How is that person you are touched about? How is he going? Have you done any follow-ups? You will find again another person talking about the same family that being, and the same person depicting the same family as being poor and help being sent there. Think twice. Think twice. Why should the Kamanja do this? Why should the X do that? Why should the Y do that? To the same common person. Answers are needed. Answers are needed. Now, after seeing that, after sympathizing, you send something. I know. Hey, Kamanja, I pity that family. How can we help? Kindly send some few dollars. You see, we do this and this. You are touched. You are a good mother. Do this. You go send your dollars, your euros, and everything to the same guy. And I told you once again, it's upon a time, that you send 100%, only 10% reaches that poor family that has been put on spotlight. And very small things are bought that they know that at the end of the month they are going to be, they want to be there. Cooking oil, flour, blankets. Those are things that actually don't last for long. I do appreciate that help. But why do people use these dubious means to satisfy their own needs? To be champions. You see, when they do that, you guys think that these guys are now champions of the village. They are now freedom fighters. They are now the army of salvation in the village. They are doing this for their own benefits. They are just using you. Be aware you are being used. Number 2, guys, these my fellow brothers and sisters in the village who depict the village to be living in abject poverty. Do you know that they make their own vulnerables? Do you know that they compromise? This guy they call vulnerables and very poor in the community. They just tell them, just come on camera. Tell guys how you've been poor. Somebody gives a counterfeit story, a fake story, and you get touched, you sympathize with that situation, you help. They make vulnerables. So vulnerables are made in nyabohanse. Girls without sanitary towels are made in nyabohanse. I want to tell you the truth. I want to tell you the truth. People, they are doing this just to promote their own agendas. I don't, and I've said, I'm not denying that we don't have people who cannot miss such essentials in the community. We have, but not so many as we are, not a whole village actually, as things are being seen and under so many platforms. When now ask yourself, when they are talking about pregnancy, why are they just talking about a section of girls for early pregnancies and anything? Now, why can't they now depict the whole village as now girls are being impregnated from one family to another? Now they take 10, 50 of the girls together and say, these were impregnated through this and this because of poverty. Those are questions that you are supposed to ask yourself before you help. They only use one case to escalate matters. When the matters have been escalated, they now know that they are promoting their own agenda. They become, you see them as village champions. You see them as village freedom fighters. You see them as village salvation army. And those are, and you tend to trust them. You create your trust, too much trust in them. Think twice when you are helping these guys. Think twice when you are doing these guys. They are only doing this to promote their own agendas. Not the village actually. And I'm going to give you advice. You see, guys are being compromised. People are being compromised. And I want to tell you, guys are being compromised. These unsuspecting people, these so-called poor people in our village are being compromised. Guy, come here. Tell guys how you are very poor. Something is being sent. And I have a trusted friend from UK. He's sending some 10 euros. I'm going only to give you 2 euros. 3 euros. And then you go do your own thing. Were you to get those 2 euros if I was not to put you in this platform of mine? What do you think? He's compromised? He says something, you get touched, you send. Actually, cloud chasers are so many. People are chasing clouds in several ways. But today, I'm talking about those guys who are using dubious means to meet their goals, to hit the niche. Guys, they are doing this. I think they are doing this because they have now known that they have created enough trust in you that you are sending them donations. And now being led by greed for those donations, they are creating poverty as a permanent situation in nyabohanse. Poverty is becoming permanent in nyabohanse. And all you come, and when we talk about against these guys, when we say they are not doing good, you tell us. I saw a subscriber telling me that, concentrate on your professionalism and leave others alone. I told her, and I was wondering, is YouTube a professional? It's not a profession. We are just here to entertain, guys, and we are just here to talk what our hearts, to give out our opinions. We are here to express ourselves, and I'm expressing myself that you are being cheated. You've created trust on very venomous guys. People are very dubious. people want to enrich themselves through your own resources. They have known you are very easy in giving, just give. You are pitying, you are sympathizing with the situations, and they keep on creating those situations in the village. Ask, why are they creating situations in one corner of the village? They are creating those situations in one corner of the village. You see, they cannot come to the other side of the village because they know guys have brains. They are targeting guys who can be compromised easily. They are targeting guys who can be compromised easily. And this is my advice to you guys before I finish. You are a good subscriber, you want to help me. You are a good subscriber, you want to extend your help through me to that so-called poor home. If you have brains, and I believe you do, don't just believe in me. Ask me to give you the number of those guys, a representative of that family. Because that family is the one with the problem. That family is the one undergoing such a problem. So that anything you send, it goes direct to that family. It is going to be used 90 to 80%. But when you are going to use me, when you are going to use that guy of yours, my friend, 10%, then 10% will reach that poor family. That kid who wants to go to school. That is how people are misusing those donations in this village. They are depicting the village to be very poor, compromising. And actually, they are also convincing unsuspecting subscribers for their trust. Yes. I don't blame you subscribers. People send us things to use in the village. But because we've found that you are just easygoing, you are an easy road, we do tell you that this is what we need, and you come in. And when you hear that guy people are talking against him, and you start saying, no, you don't know, this guy is a champion. Be on the ground. We are the people on the ground. We are going to tell you who is a champion and who is not a champion. These guys are championing their own agendas. That is it. That is it. If you want to help us, do like I've seen guys coming in. Let me mention them. I saw the trench town boy coming in. He did things openly on camera. You saw the road and everything. Those are things that we need to be helped. He went to schools where he was, even if he was, those backbiters actually again turned against him. He went to school where he has been paying school fee for kids. You saw, those are things that we want to see. You are sending pads, sanitary pads, send them in plenty. Nyabohanse has got about 300 to 500 young girls. Send much of them. But no, let one person, don't let one person just to convince you guys to do that. This is, you see, vulnerables are young girls because we want to teach them. And if we want to create awareness to them, actually, we are going to create awareness to these young girls we call vulnerables. But you saw people are creating vulnerables on their own. They look for a very old woman and they put on camera, and you think she's a girl. Those are old, very old mamas being put on camera. They are vulnerables. They lack pads. Do this, go to schools. Now I want to help you. I want to give you advice. Wait when the schools are open. The schools are closed now. Ask for permission in one of these schools, the local primary schools around. Then all girls who are studying in that primary school, because in nyabohanse village, we have 3 primary schools, big ones. That is Krokere, Kibranga, and Duvesko. Then we have primary schools surrounding nyabohanse village, like Hispania Primary. Let us have a schedule for those girls and boys. They are now closed. The schools are now closed. But we can talk to their headmasters to allow us. So that We connect you from the US, we connect you from the UK. When we have all those girls there, plus your grants and donations of pads and everything, and an advice you can give these girls on camera, and you talk directly to them, you give them advice with me as an agent in that station, with me as an agent in that during that moment. That's the only way you can call me a champion. But don't call me a champion because of my selfish interest. Don't call me a Salvation Army officer because of my selfish interest. Don't call me a freedom fighter because I want to promote my own agenda. Hey, be aware, you are being scammed, and you are the same person who will come in broad daylight. You see, when you send him, you also use another friend to look at what he's doing with what you've sent, so that you have a reporter, he gives you a report about what has been used. They are now friends. Wait till things go apart. You come to the broad daylight and tell us that, hey, I was scammed by so and so, he did this to me. I've told you in advance, be aware, you are being scammed. People are chasing their own clouds in different ways. And I've told you, I've talked about the cloud chasing, the dubious cloud chasing YouTubers in nyabohanse and what they are doing. And I've given you advice on what you're supposed to do if you want to extend your help to us. Even me, I have a village. You want to help it? Let me go to where the kids are. Don't just talk to me directly. Where the kids are, identify yourself. I'm Madam so-and-so, I'm Sir so-and-so. I've seen your coach, I've seen you guys, you are good. I'm sending your coach 3 pairs of uniform. I'm sending your coach 5 football balls, this and this, so that that trust and that sincerity, that transparency is there. To avoid a lot of stories in this, to avoid a lot of stories about what you are giving to me. That's what we are supposed to do. But actually, don't send me money. Because you send me money, I'm going to tell my friend I've been sent money to go and help those boys. My friend will tell another friend that I was sent some amount of money. And when they see things going zigzag, they will make stories. And I'm going to lose my trust in you. You are going to lose your trust in me. So be aware of those dubious guys in the village. They are there. Ask yourself, how many times does guys killed their own women, killed their own wives in the platform, and you send money as condolence? You've condoled with them. How many times? Those are things that are happening. I kill my wife today. You condole with me, you mourn with me, you send me something, we are very sorry, now God is there, just carry on. I just laugh, get that money, use it for the different things. How many times have you seen guys taking even people to hospital, fake hospitals, demanding for you to help them? My kid is sick, I need some 40,000 shillings. I can only afford 10,000 shillings. Help me. And because I've created trust in you, I keep on misusing you. You are being misused. You are being. My message to you, subscribers with good heart, you are being misused. Stop. You are being misused. Don't allow yourself to be misused. Don't allow somebody to take over your brain, to take over your trust. Because he has created a situation that looks like you are supposed to sympathize. You are pitying that situation. Ask yourself, is this the only guy with the problems always? Today, my girl is sick, my kid is sick. Tomorrow, my wife is sick. The other day, my wife has died. Have you ever seen those? Have you ever seen funerals programs? And that's how we dupe you. That's how we trick you. And after realizing that you've been tricked, you just come on from another person and you just say that, oh, those guys are scammers. Be aware, I've told you. You are being scammed. Be aware. How many projects, ask yourself, how many projects have you started on the village? But projects are now stalling. There are so many. Where I started building this, I wanted to do this, I go to this, you see. And now you are the guys who bringing these fights to the village. You are making us. You are the guys who are fighting the village. You are the guys who are welcoming fights to the village. Because you trust me today, you lose my trust, you go trust another person. What happens with that other person? Enmity. We start fighting each other. Oh, you've taken bread from my mouth. Like another person was telling me, you are a teacher. What are you doing? You are reacting on us. You are taking our bread. Which bread am I taking from such a silly guy? I wonder. So subscribers, this is my message today. You want to trust me, trust me. Don't trust me and give me a reporter on my back. Kindly don't bring fights, unnecessary fights to our village. Because you want to help, but you want to see how you help. I've told you how you help. How you can help us. Help us do something, eh? Help us actually. We want your help, but do it correctly. Do it the right way. I've told you, if it is girls, we have. If there are boys, we have people who can take boys together. Let us use, because vulnerable boys and girls are in primary schools. Others are in high schools. Let us pull them together. And let us have a chat. We can Zoom. We can Zoom. They can see who is this guy helping us from UK. They know you. You know them face by face. But don't use me because I want to champion my own agenda. I want to meet my own. I want to chase my own clouds. I want to hit the niche. And you are making me a champion. You are making me fight with any person I see around because I want to maintain my periphery. I want to maintain my space. I don't want people to come into my space and get what I'm getting, the benefits. Stop and stop and stop. Let guys be independent. Let our guys work hard for any benefit. Huh? Let our guy work hard actually. If you want to build me a house, come and build me a house. But don't start a house and then it is stalled. And I don't have that energy to finish. That is an example. If you want to help me, come in, help me fully. If you want me to help people through you, let it be. But don't actually be fooled. You are being fooled. You are being misused by several guys in this village. I have not mentioned names, guys, today, and I don't want to mention names. But that was a general talk today. It was a general talk, and I feel that you guys, you are getting me. That's the nature of nyabohanse. That's the nature of these YouTubers who are coming in. They want to use you. They want to misuse your resources. And they want to misuse your trust on them. They want to convince you those things that you are not actually meant to do. They want to depict you as the financiers of fights in the village. They want to depict you as the perpetrators of the division in the village. That's how they want us to see you. That subscribers from the UK, from the US, from Jamaica are the ones who are now making things to fall apart in this village. Because of selfishness, because of jealousy and greed. They are tumbocratic. So don't let your trust misused. As I leave, this is my message to you. Let us learn to do things with a lot of trust, transparency, and let us be honest in whatever things we are doing. Let us learn to say the truth, and actually, let us learn to be very transparent. When one has trusted you, do as it pertains. When one becomes very transparent, when one is very honest to you, actually pay honest with honest. Pay transparency with the transparency. Pay trust with the trust. We are all one. Let us move together and see our village go forward and thrive well in development. Some living, and I've said I've left you with one. It's honest, transparency, and being trustworthy will help you as a human being. Stop using other guys' misfortunes to champion your own agenda. I repeat it today. Don't use my misfortune. Don't use my predicaments to become what you are. Don't use my situation to meet your clouds, to hit your niche. Stop it and actually refrain from it. Let us learn to work hard by ourselves, and we are going to hit our niches when times come. Goodbye and be blessed, my family, as you enjoy watching and listening to this amazing message.